kids! How are you? Fine? Today we are going to read chapter 27 and I have invited my little lion, Cubby, to watch while I was reading so that he wouldn't feel so lonely. Poor Cubby is already a little tired of this quarantine, but I told him the good thing is that we are all together and that we are healthy and we are fine. So, are you going to watch, Cubby? Are you going to pay attention? Yes, he said yes. Right, so this is chapter 27. I am going to read it to you, but I'm going to send you the chapter as well for you to reread it at home and practice how to read in a loud voice. So, chapter 37. I don't know if you remember that Carla had told Bradley that she couldn't have lunch with him one day because she had a meeting with all the parents. So now she's at the meeting. The meeting between Carla Davis and the parents was held after school in a second grade classroom. Carla sat in a chair that was too small for her and faced the parents. The principal, that is like Miss Andrea, the headmistress, or headmaster if he's a man, sat next to her at the teacher's desk. Bradley's mother wasn't there. Of course, she was out with Bradley shopping for Colleen's birthday present. Since she didn't have any complaints, she didn't come to the meeting. The only parents who came to the meeting were those who had complaints. So, all the people who thought nice things about Carla were not there. Only the ones who didn't like her at all. What bad luck, poor Carla. Let's see what will happen. I'd like to know, said her father, what we need a counselor for. Kids have enough counseling. What they need is more discipline. If they're bad, they should be punished. Oh, that is such a bad father. You don't like that father, do you, Cubby? No, not at all. The other parents clapped their hands. Are they crazy or what? We need to get back to basics, said a woman. Reading, writing, and arithmetic, and of course, computers. Her husband had a chart that showed that if the counselor was fired, that is, if the counselor were told to leave the school, there would be enough money to put a computer in every classroom. Everyone got very excited about that idea. They all loved computers. No one is being fired, said the principal. The purpose of this meeting is to give you a chance to ask Miss Carla Davies some questions. She told my son it was good to fail, shouted a woman. She told him marks didn't matter. I never said that it was good to fail, Carla calmly explained. I simply tried to help him relax. Children learn better when they are not under pressure. They do better when they can enjoy school, said Carla. My son doesn't go to school to have a good time, said the woman. He has to get good marks. The principal reminded the parents that Miss David wouldn't see any of their children without their permission. Remember that they had to sign a form? A woman with red hair stood up. My daughter came home with one of those forms for us to sign, and we refused to sign it. We didn't want her seeing the counselor. We tried to give her all the counseling she needs at home. But then we found out the counselor's been talking to her anyway.
What's your daughter's name?
Asked the principal. Colleen Marigold. That woman was Colleen's mum. Carla admitted that she had seen Colleen without her parents' permission. Colleen came into my office very upset, that is, very sad or worried, and she said she had to talk to me. She said it was an emergency. What kind of emergency? Asked the principal. It was something very personal, said Carla. But what was it? Asked the principal. I'm sorry, said Carla. I never repeat anything a child tells me. You're not supposed to see a child without her parents' permission, said the other woman. Now, if it was an emergency, we have to know the nature of the emergency. You can tell me, said Mrs. Marigold. I'm her mother. If there was an emergency, don't you think I should know about it? Ask Colleen, said Carla. If she wants to tell you, she will. I can't break my promise to her. But Colleen is just a child, said Colleen's mum. You don't have to keep promises to children. I do, said Carla. You weren't even supposed to talk to the child in the first place. The principal apologized to Colleen's mother and assured her that it wouldn't happen again. Miss Davis, why don't you explain to the parents what you do and how you help different children? The principal suggested. Well, mostly I talk with them, said Carla. I listen to their problems, but I never tell them what to do. I try to help them to learn to think for themselves. But isn't that what school is for? Asked a woman. To tell kids what to think? I believe it's more important to teach them how to think instead of what to think, said Carla. But if they do something bad, don't you tell them it's wrong? Asked the man sitting next to the woman. No, said Carla. I think it's much better if they figure that out for themselves. What if there was a boy who bit her teacher? Asked her father. What? Carla exclaimed. Wouldn't you tell him not to bite her? He asked. No, I'd talk to him about it and try to find out why he bit her. But what if he keeps on biting her? Asked the man. Carla sighed like, I'd try to help the boy understand the reason he wants to bite his teacher and then help him reach the conclusion that he shouldn't do it. How long would that take? Asked the woman. I don't know, said Carla. A month? Possibly. And meanwhile, he keeps biting the teacher, said the first man. She could get seriously hurt. She could die, said another woman. How would you feel then? Everyone began talking at once. What if he bit you? You'd punish him then, wouldn't you? Then you wouldn't wait for him to think for himself, wouldn't you? Not if he bit you. What if he bit you? Carla looked at the angry group of parents. She had the horrible feeling that they all wanted to bite her. Poor Carla. Now, that was the end of the chapter, and maybe now
You wait a little bit, you think about this chapter, think about the fact that it was very bad luck
that Bradley's mom was not there to defend Carla, to tell everyone that Carla was good to Bradley, that Bradley was beginning to change. He wasn't a bully anymore, and all thanks to Carla. All thanks to the fact that Bradley had gone to Carla's office and Carla had talked to him and convinced him that he could have friends if he tried to be good. He also started doing his homework, remember? But Bradley's mom was not there.
Terrible.
All right, children. So now I have to say goodbye. Say goodbye to Cubby. Cubby, say goodbye to the children. Bye-bye. All right. And now, see you next time. Reread the chapter now, right? And practice how to read in a loud voice because that is what we are going to do in our next Zoom meeting. You are going to read to me
and to your classmates.
Okay? So, bye children. Love you.